So I took a trade on US30 and I made about $486. Okay, and it's just the space of few minutes trading within the New York session. And I really want to show you how I did that within this video, and hopefully do watch till the end, and it gives you the value that you need to really accelerate your trading knowledge and really your accuracy of entries on the markets. We are on the episode of School of Sniper Entries. So this is the entry that we took. It was a 1:5, and it made me that money, $486 on US30. Okay, so let me just break it down. It is a very easy one over here. Let's just break it down. So as the market was really pulling back so hard into this area over here, I did get to identify this demand. Okay. And let me show you how I labeled it first, and then we get into the refinement of the zone later on. So this was the zone that I saw. By the way, guys, the simplicity of trading is what will birth out the most profits. Many of you guys are looking at me labeling a lot of stuff here on the chart, and some of the trades are not as complex. Okay, so as you can see, this was the demand level. The market reacted of that, but what was the thought process thereof when I was really taking this trade? Okay, what was the thought process thereof? And that's what I actually want to share with you. So as the market was actually, dropping all the way, first things that I noticed over here was this movement of the market. I pay attention to the nature of the market when it approaches a zone. And I would like you to do that whenever you're trading, is to pay attention to the nature of the market in the regard of its volatility. If the market is pulling or you're expecting it to pull back to a zone or react to the zone and it's moving way too fast, right? The chances of it breaking through that zone is very high. But like as I've made an example on this channel, right? Countless times, and I've said this, when you want to trade off a zone and you want to be confident that the market is going to react off that zone, is that it should be as if like it's a car slowing down to 10 or on a traffic light. You don't just slow down at high speed, right? You have to gradually slow down so that inertia doesn't take its course and propel you still going forward at the speed or at the velocity that your car was moving. And the very same thing over here, the market has to slow itself down or show me signs that it's slowing down way before I am actually confident enough to take a trade of a supply or demand in this regard. Now, it wasn't much of a trend following, but I did pay attention to a to the trend of the day in terms of we can see it was a really good bearish market. So therefore, I was just catching a pullback that the market was giving in this regard. So seeing this zone over here, I saw one thing. Remember what I taught you guys when it comes to zones, that a good zone has to have a drop base rally. In this case, we just have base. So we have a drop, we have a base, we have a rally. So that was a very good zone that I wanted to trade off because it gave me a very good base over here. It gave me a rally. I mean, it gave me a drop, base, rally. So when the market came back to pull back into that demand, even though I was breaking my number one rule of trading against that trend, but I was not really saying I'm delusional in the sense that this market was going to create higher highs. I was just simply trading that retest back of the trend, and the market sold thereafter, as you can see. So of course, the take profit that I set over here, you can see I was targeting this breaker right here. Okay, so the market actually did pull back into that breaker. I did see that breaker is the same level that was created over this demand that really did, facilitate that push to the upside. The market broke it, making it a fair value breaker. So it was a very good, strong zone that I identified on the market as an area that I want to get out. And this, of course, alongside with my take profit and my stop loss. My stop loss was just slightly below the zone. I've seen some of my traders, especially my students, right? They'll go ahead and put their take profit. Sometimes when the market really presses in on the market, it kicks you out. Some zones will press in. It's like in a jumping castle, the heavier that individual is, the more they'll press in, but the higher they will go. The less heavier, they will just bounce, but not so high as the one who's heavier. The very same thing on the market. When the market is about to go create higher highs, the usual case is that it will really press in on that zone, and that's the richness of that zone. So hence, if the case, even though I have an hypothesis around really avoiding to be stopped out. So one tip that I want to give you in this case is that put your stop loss just below the demand zone in that regard if the market gets to really deep in on that. And of course, I was not delusional. As I said, I did take what the market gave me and made about 480 US dollars in just a couple of minutes over there. This was the New York session. Okay, so I took this trade run about the New York session late in New York around 4 p.m. in my local time, South Africa. And this escalated in about a couple of minutes. We had closed. Okay, so a couple of 1 hour, under an hour, I had actually made that money. Now, trading is an ongoing marathon, guys. Just closing up this video. Trading is an ongoing marathon that you don't want to rush. It is not a race, it is not a sprint. And definitely, as you're learning by watching these videos, you wanna just go to your chart. Look at what I just saw right now. Break down the markets in terms of the trend. I love to trade with the trend, break it down into labels. I've done many classes over here in terms of really understanding what the market has in store and really breaking it down. And yeah, it goes back to you also speaking to yourself or speaking to another individual who's a trader who can really get to assist you in really understanding what you're going about here. Okay, so but by the way, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on the next video. Do kindly do subscribe as well to this type of content. We're pumping in this content for many of you to really become well-seasoned trader. I know this is not trading content that is full of nice fancy cars and a whole exciting adrenaline lifestyle. Trading, it's boring, but I like to be quite professional in that sense to cater as an educational channel because this is your home of being a skilled Forex trader. Okay. And hence we are an academy. God bless you guys. See you.